everybody, and welcome back to TinyAnimals. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the CritterTrail 1-level pink habitat. Right now I'm going to be just showing the box around, and I'm sorry if I accidentally have a few mistakes in here. For example, my voice cracks or the mic goes down a bit. I'm sorry, that's just problems with the computer, but hope you enjoy the video. So right now I'm going to be showing around the box, and let's get an opening. So I'm going to turn off the camera for a bit to get my place ready and get my sharp scissors. So I'm just going to cut open the box. I got this on Amazon, so it might look a little bit weird and kind of broken or something, but don't mind that, okay? So right now I'm going to be showing you all of the pieces that are in the box, and I'm going to show you how to basically put it all together. And then after that, at the very end of the video, I'm going to show one of my hamsters running around the cage and exploring, and of course don't forget to like and subscribe. So we have the wire cage part. So we have the first part and the second part, which I'm going to show in a few seconds. So I've had a lot of trouble putting these together, and it was really hard. We got the instructions and the very pink water bottle, of course. What I love about these cages is the part that they have this little compartment at the very top that you could close up, put your hamster in, and let them sit there while you clean the cage, so that's really useful. So we've got the bottom of the cage, and here's the wheel. In my other cage, which is a 2-level habitat for my Chinese hamster, the wheel was really loud. The cage was rattling, and it was really loud at night because hamsters are very active at night, if you know. And also, this cage is really small for Syrian hamsters. They might get stuck in the side tubes, or if you would like to add any tubes on. And anyway, this is just too small for a Syrian hamster. It's just not enough space. It's like living in, I don't know, a very tiny room forever. And I just showed the very tiny compartment that you could use for cleaning the cage. And here's the tube that your Syrian hamster can get stuck in. So here's the top. I guess all of this is plastic, and if your hamster loves chewing on plastic, I don't really suggest this cage because they can chew through the plastic very easily. So yeah. Let's start with the first step. So I'm going to be showing the instructions in case you don't have any. Well, actually this is step 2 because the first step was getting everything unpacked. And as I said at the start of the video, it's going to be pretty hard to put those wire cage pieces together. I had a lot of trouble with it. And yeah, I had to do it off camera, and now I got it together finally. But after multiple tries, it was really hard, trust me. So basically this is what it should look like. If it looks a little differently, it's fine. It's just that you have to make sure that it doesn't fall apart. That's the only thing I'm saying. Now we've got step 3. We're gonna have to attach the wires to the bottom, okay? So we've got the bottom of the cage that we're gonna put the wires on here. That's the bottom. And there are also side levers on each of the sides. On both of the sides. You're gonna have to kind of lift them up. And I've had a lot of trouble with my other cage with this too. So if it's really hard, just go get help from somebody. Yeah. So yeah, that's the lever I was talking about. It's really hard. You see, I'm struggling really bad right now. So, okay. This is taking such a long time. I should have sped it up though. I'm doing voiceover right now, so sorry if the sound changes a little. I might be closer to the computer or a little farther away, so sorry about that if the sound changes a bit. So this is what it should look like after you've put everything together. Actually, the opening is kind of hard for you to reach in with both hands to take out your hamster, if that's easier for you. But you can take out the small compartment at the very top and you can just reach your hands in, so that's not really a problem. So yeah. Now let's put on the wheel. So, here's the wheel. And if you remember that at the start, I told you that the wheel is really, really loud. If the cage is like, for example, if the cage has like two like 2-level habitat like mine, or a 3-level, or whatever you have, it's actually pretty loud. And you're gonna have to put it in between the 5th and 6th bar, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty loud. So just make sure you put it in between the 5th and 6th, and don't put too much bedding in because you really need enough space for the hamster to actually turn the wheel. And it also might be a little hard to turn that thing. You should hear a little bit of a snap if you don't, I don't know, if you're not sure. Next step is gonna be step 5. So here we're working with the top. So we have the top piece over here, and there's a little place like on the very top, that's the little hole you can connect other tubes to. And yeah, so we have these little pieces. I had a lot of trouble with these at my last cage. I don't know what you're gonna say about that. It's just my opinion. If you're a lot stronger than me, which you probably are, you're probably gonna it's gonna be a lot easier for you. But it was pretty surprising that I was able to put this in pretty easily though. Anyway, I'm putting in the second part, which is right over here. Doesn't really matter which side you put it into. Doesn't really matter. Okay, step 5 continued. We have this part, which is with the levers again. And again, I keep telling you that it's really hard to put the levers in, especially on the top part, because everything's so secure. It's really hard though, and you have to get it at the very correct angle. You'll probably see that I'm struggling with it a little bit, and I might have to do it off camera if I'm really struggling, so I don't waste your time. Okay, there we go. The first lever's in. Yeah, it's pretty hard for me right now. Should have sped it up again. So now we have 2 levers beside each other. And I'm gonna have to do the other lever. There we go. Now we have the small compartment that I was talking about. My tongue is really flustering right now. It's so hard to keep and control it. I've been talking for a pretty long time. So yeah, there's the tiny compartment I was talking about where you could put your hamster when you're cleaning the cage. And step 6 or 7, I don't really know. Now we're gonna have to put the plug at the top. That's the plug that you can use to block the tiny compartments when you're cleaning the cage. So yeah. Okay. It's gonna be pretty hard to put the plug in. So yeah. Hey, that went in pretty easily though. Okay. Turning the cage around, and we're on to the next step. Okay. I don't even know what the next step is. Okay, the next step is step 7. Now we're going to be putting all the plugs in and the tubes. first we get this kind of circular plug that we're going to put at the bottom left side of the cage. Over here, you're going to have to slide it from the top of it inside. If it was pretty hard to see because of my arm. Okay, now we're going to do the other plug, which is the second step of step 7. Oh, oops. I put on the wrong step to the camera. Okay, yeah, there is the right step. Okay, so we got this kind of weird looking like plug. It kind of looks like a pig's nose to me, but yeah. Okay, now we're gonna have to just, but this time you're gonna have to slide it in again, but then you're gonna have to turn it a little bit. You're gonna see if it's secure. Okay, now we're on to the tube. I remember the instructions pretty well from the video though. So now we're moving on to the tube, which is the last step of step 7, which is, yeah. Okay, here's the tube, which, as I said at the very start of the video, if you do remember, the Syrian hamsters easily get stuck in those tubes, really. And if you have a long-haired hamster, the hair can actually get stuck in the wheel also. So it's important to get the right wheel and tubes for your Syrian. Okay, there we go. And you're going to have to slide the tube from the top to the bottom, as you did with the other plugs. And I think we're going to be on to step 8 right now. Yep. We're going to have to put in the food bowl, the water. The water might be a little hard to put in, but yeah. Okay, this is the part where I guarantee you I'm going to have a lot of struggling. And I had to do it off camera. The other cage that came was a pretty long time ago. And as you see, I'm putting it the wrong way. So yeah, don't mind that. I'm gonna... Oh my god, I'm laughing at my own mistakes now. Okay, I'm doing this really wrong. Okay, there we go. So first you have to put in the nose and then you have to slide this thing. I was just laughing at my mistakes the whole video. Okay, now we are getting the food bowl, I believe. Yeah, the food bowl. So here we're gonna have the food bowl. It's pink, of course. And anytime you're gonna be putting this in, I suggest that you thoroughly wash the water and the food bowl. And now I'm gonna be taking off the top. I'm just gonna show you how to take off the top of the cage. If you need help though. So yeah, first you have to slide off the bottom levers. You don't have to slide off the top levers unless you're going to be washing the top. So, and then on the other side, the right side of the cage, you're going to have to take off the tube and pick it up. But I forgot to take off the water bottle, so it was kind of hard for me to take it off, but now it's going to work. Okay, oh, whoops. Oh my god. This is taking a really long time, honestly. Okay, took it off. Remove the food bowl, obviously, and I'm going to put in some of the bedding. I've got some Kaytee 14-day bedding, and even though it says 14-day, I suggest that you clean the cage like once a week. I mean each week, not 2 weeks. Okay, I got all the bedding in, and as you see, I might could have put in a little bit too much. And don't forget to fluff it up, of course. If you have a hamster that loves bearing or burring, I don't know how it's pronounced, but okay. So you're gonna have to fluff it up a little bit for them, a little bit, not too much though. Now we're gonna put the top of the cage on. Make sure it slides in correctly, and you put the levers up again. Taking a pretty long time, honestly. Okay, I think we're done, but okay. I'm having a lot of trouble with the lever right here. Pretty hard right now. Okay, and as you see on the very top, there's a little hole that I left. Yeah, and then I put in some of the food right now. Gonna place it right over there. Okay, Now we're gonna put in the tiny compartment. So I had to cut up a few pieces of paper for the hamster to bury, I don't know. Okay, now I'm gonna have to put in the water bottle. I took off the tiny compartment, or the small compartment, however you would like to say it, on the top. So it's gonna be a little bit easier to see when I'm placing the camera, so you could see the hamster as it is flooring, and you slide in the tube from the top like you did before. So now I have my very cute snowflake, my winter white hamster. Okay, and there she goes. Here she is in the food bowl, sniffing everything around, exploring. Also, just saying, don't forget to subscribe and like to my video, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you don't miss any new uploads by TinyAnimals. Here she is exploring. Oh wow, I feel like she's gonna go up the tube right now. Or not. Okay. My winter white loves to jump a lot, so yeah, just saying. Here she is using the wheel happily, because in the last case she didn't have a wheel, so we had to take her out to put her in a different wheel that was a little bigger. And yeah, so now she's really enjoying her new wheel right now. Beautiful. And I put the compartment back. I cut up a lot more pieces of paper, and she has been really liking the top of it because she's staying there. And I also constructed the tubes a little higher to make this little place for her to stay. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.